This man had nothing. Absolutely nothing. No money, no family, no future. And on the darkest night of his entire life, he found one piece of paper. That paper gave him exactly 90 days. And what he did in those 90 days, no one saw coming. Not even him. Before we dive in, what time are you listening right now? Where are you from? Drop a comment below and tell me. And please like and subscribe for more videos like this. His name was Daniel, 29 years old, and his life had already broken apart. Not slowly, fast. One morning he had a job. By evening he did not. One week his mother was a phone call away. The next week she was in another city trying to survive on her own. His father left. His brothers stopped calling. Everyone had run out of energy. And Daniel, the youngest, was suddenly the one no one was looking after. He ended up in a small room, a single bed, a single light, a single door. He locked it every night, not because he feared someone coming in, but because he feared someone seeing how he was living. No job, no savings, no plan, nothing. And here is the dangerous part. When you believe something is forever, you stop fighting. Daniel stopped fighting. He stopped applying. He stopped calling. He stopped trying. He just existed. Shift, subtle spark. But one night, that changed. He was walking. No reason. No destination. The streets were empty. And then, he saw it. A small, torn piece of paper in a shop window. 90 days. That is all you need. 90 days to decide who you are going to become. Daniel read it once, twice, 3 times, and something cracked. Not a big feeling, not fireworks, a small crack. And through that crack, one thought entered. What if? What if 90 days is enough? What if I try? He went home, sat on his bed, grabbed a piece of paper. He wrote the number 90 and stuck it on the wall. That was his deadline. That was his fight. And it started tomorrow. Day 1 was not dramatic. He woke up, he looked at the number, he got up. And for a man who had been lying there for weeks, that was everything. Every part of his mind said, "What is the point?" And for the first time, he answered it. I don't know yet, but I'm going to find out. Day 5, he walked with purpose. Day 8, he saw a notice board. Community center, volunteers needed. No experience required, just show up. Just show up. Something about those words felt written for him. Day 10. He walked into that community center. The man running it was Marcus. Quiet, steady, observant. Marcus didn't ask questions. He simply said, "We're building today. Come and join." And Daniel joined. The first thing he built was a disaster. He cut wrong, measured wrong, held tools wrong. And Marcus did not criticize him. He showed him, calmly, slowly, then stepped back. Daniel tried again. Day 11, failed. Tried again. Day 12, something worked. Marcus nodded, just once. But that nod hit harder than any compliment he had ever received, because it was earned, and because no one had acknowledged him in a very long time. Day 15. He showed up again, No one asked him to. He just came, because he was no longer invisible. Day 17. He met Sarah. She needed help. He said yes, without hesitation. 4:30 in the morning, carrying boxes in the dark. Invisible work, but real pay. When Sarah handed him money at the end of the week, it wasn't the money. It was proof. Proof he could do something. Proof he wasn't useless. Days passed. Community center in the afternoon. Food stand in the morning. He was tired, but his days had shape. They had structure. They had meaning. And every night, he crossed off a number. Watching the number shrink felt like watching himself grow. Day 24. He stood straighter, spoke firmer. People noticed. Day 28. Ruth walked in. She needed real help. Marcus had told her about Daniel. She watched him work. Then she said, "I need someone exactly like you." And the old voice came back. "You're not ready. You will fail." For 1 second, he almost listened. But he didn't. He said one word. Yes. Working with Ruth was harder. Sharper expectations, higher standards. There were moments he wanted to quit. "You're not built for this." But he kept going. One evening, after a mistake, Ruth said, "The people who fail are not the ones without talent. They are the ones who stop. You haven't stopped, so don't stop now." He got faster, sharper, smarter. She trusted him with decisions. He gave real answers, answers that surprised even him. Day 60. Ruth called him at night. Her voice was tight. "Come now." A big company had moved in. Lower prices, more resources. They were losing customers. If this continued, the business would close. Daniel saw fear in her eyes, real fear, and something ignited inside him. Not panic, not hopelessness, clarity. They can beat us on price, they can beat us on speed, but they can't beat us on truth. The next day, Daniel did the hardest thing of his life. He went door to door, knocking, explaining, telling Ruth's story. First door, "I'm busy." Door closed. "No one cares. You're wasting your time." He knocked on the next door. Second door, closed. Third door, no answer. Fourth door, an older woman listened. "I'll come tomorrow." One yes was enough. 30 doors, 4 yeses. Not victory, but not nothing. He went back the next day, and the next. Around day 70, people started opening doors before he knocked. "I saw you last week. You're doing something real." He didn't know what to say, but he kept knocking. Customers returned, slowly, then faster. The neighborhood chose. Day 85. Marcus said, "You didn't just find a job. You became someone people believe in." That moved something inside Daniel. Day 87. He returned to the shop window. The paper was gone. It didn't matter. The words were inside him now. Day 89. He looked at the number 90. The distance between day 1 and day 89 was built, not given, built. Day 90. He didn't celebrate. He showed up. Ruth said, "When you came, you were looking for a chance. Now you are someone others come to." Then she said, "I want you as my partner." He said yes. Daniel wasn't special. He wasn't lucky. He wasn't gifted. He made one decision and made it again. every single day for 90 days, and that changed everything. If one man with nothing can change his life in 90 days, what could you do? Not next year, not someday, right now. One decision, 90 days. That's all it takes. You don't need to be ready. You just need to start. And keep starting until you are no longer the same person who began.